Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to talk about the best and worst drugstore makeup on the market right now. We're literally 1 month into 2025 and there have been so many drugstore releases and they're literally not stopping. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on what I thought were some products you should definitely check out and other products you should definitely skip out on. So make sure you grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's get into it. Starting off with this product from e.l.f. Skin. This is the Thirst Burst Drops. Now this is supposed to be a dupe for the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Drops, and let me just tell you, I think this is a pretty close dupe to it. I love how this feels really hydrating on the skin. It makes my skin feel super plump. I also feel like it's a really great prep product before your makeup. My skin loves this product. And I think that if you're eyeing a product like this, you'll definitely like it if you want hydration, plump skin, and also a good makeup prep product. This is great. Let's get into primers. We have this one from Maybelline. This is the Grippy Serum, and I love this product. This is definitely a product I would absolutely check out, especially if you love skincare and gripping primers. This is like the best of both worlds because it goes on like a serum, and then when it starts to dry down, it becomes tacky, like a gripping primer. What I love the most about this is, you know how sometimes you go on with a gripping primer and there's kind of a little bit of resistance when it comes to blending out that grippy primer? With this, there's literally no resistance because it is in that serum, thin, watery consistency. And then when you start to blend it into the skin, you feel that hydration like you would get from any other hydrating serum. And then on the dry down, you get that tacky grip from this serum. Like, it's the best and I love it. I actually have not seen a lot of people talk about this gripping primer. I was just searching on Amazon one day under the Maybelline section and I came across this primer and another primer, which I'm going to talk about next. I was like, let me add that to cart, and I'm actually really happy that I did because this has been one of those primers I've been thoroughly enjoying. Now this primer from Maybelline, this is the Poreless Jelly Primer. So this is supposed to be a hydrating blur primer. This also has niacinamide in it like the serum. It has almost like a silicone-y consistency. It is on the thicker side, but it is very hydrating. It has a nice blur to it. This actually feels just like the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. I do think that this is a great alternative. I don't want to call it an exact dupe. Once again, Maybelline has done an amazing job with their releases, and I have so many more to talk about in this video, so brace yourselves because we do have a lot of Maybelline to talk about in this video. Colourpop also gave us a new primer. This is a Pretty Fresh Set It Up primer. I also really like this primer as well. I would say this primer is very different from the last two I just spoke about because this one almost feels like a thick lotion, and then when you start to blend it into the skin and it starts to set down, it kind of turns into like this soft blurred finish. The blur is not like the Maybelline. It's more of like a soft matte blur. It's kind of subtle, you know, it's more subtle. Whereas the Maybelline is like in your face blurring. This primer also has peptides, niacinamide, and HA as well, but I really like this one. I feel like if you're not a fan of the textures of the previous two, you might like this one a little bit more because it kind of feels like a lotion. And then of course you do have that dry down on it as well. I've been enjoying this primer from Colourpop. They did have other primers in their Pretty Fresh line, but I think this one is by far my favorite one from them. So I would say if the other two are not really your vibe, this is a great one to check out. We're starting off this video super positive, but there are quite a few products that are definitely skips. So the last new primer we have at the drugstore is this one from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Mattifying Primer. And if you have oily skin, this primer was made for us oily combo people. I am so happy that e.l.f. came out with a product like this. This is truly a product I did not think that I needed in my life. This is just like the Power Grip primers we know and love, but the only difference is this has a matte finish while still being tacky. I don't understand the science behind this, but I love that they did this. I love that they did this, and this is so different from anything else we have on the market. We all know that e.l.f. duped the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, but this right here is different, and I love that e.l.f. brought us something different to something we already love, you know? We already love the gripping primers, but having a matte finish is just perfection. It's like the best of both worlds. Now, if you don't have oily combo skin and you have more drier skin, I would definitely check out the pink Power Grip Primer because that one has niacinamide in it, which is going to give you a lot more hydration than the original and this one. Skipping around a little bit, let's talk about these powders right here from Juvias Place. So I ordered these powders during Black Friday and I was waiting weeks for it to hit Ulta. I just find that it's a lot easier to get things from Ulta, and if it doesn't work out, you can exchange it for something else. But I ordered these on the Juvias Place website. I have been trying these out every chance that I get, and every time I use it, I don't love how my makeup looks. I'm gonna say I love how blurring these are, but these have so much pigment to them, like so much to where I would use the powder to set my concealer, and then I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, ooh, you can really see exactly where I placed the powder. It doesn't look seamless, it doesn't look blended, and I know for a fact I sat there and I blended it like crazy. Today I went in with the pink powder under my eyes, and then I was like, oh, this is not looking very cute. It just seemed like where I put it, you could tell. Then I took a big brush like this and tried to like sweep it away, and then that wasn't working. And then I took my Kosas powder with tint to it to try to sweep it away even more. I don't think I was able to fix it because there's just so much pigment with these powders. I picked up the shades Shortbread and Cotton Candy. One of you watching this video could be like, I need a powder with pigment. I want it to cover. These will cover. I've tried a ton of powders, and no other powder in my collection has as much pigment as this. You know what it is? It's not a translucent powder. What it's giving is as if it was a loose powder foundation, if that makes sense. That's just how much coverage you get. And even if I was to like blend this in, it's like you can still see the powder sitting on top of my skin. I just found myself not wanting to reach for these because they're not very easy to work with. It could just be me, but I've tried 2 different shades of this powder. Hopefully you kind of got what I was saying about the powder. I'm gonna talk about these next. I just re-upped my lip with this shade right here, Divine Wine. Earlier in the video, you guys saw me with Princess Cut, but I put on a little bit of Divine Wine. It's so pretty. I love these glimmer lip oils from e.l.f. This is one of my favorite releases from them. Anything with a little bit of sparkle, give it to me. I love how you can actually see the sparkle in these lip products. Like, you literally get that glimmer. If you love the original e.l.f. lip oils and you like a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glimmer, you're going to absolutely love these. It's the same formula, just with that beautiful sparkle. Let's talk about this foundation that is very viral right now all over the internet. This is the new Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. I have been waiting months for this to hit the US. This foundation lives up to the hype. It is so pretty. It's a matte foundation, but it has like that lit from within kind of glow. It is so stunning. I also love how this is not a super full coverage foundation. It's great for every day. I've been using this every time I do my makeup because I just love how lightweight it feels. You can still kind of see like my skin peeking through with this foundation, and I like that. For some reason, I really haven't been reaching for a super full coverage foundation. I've been reaching for this one, and I'm happy. This lasts such a long time on the skin. My only complaint with this foundation is the shade range. I do feel like there are quite a few gaps in the shade range. Beauty Bay has the entire shade range. All those gaps I felt like was missing in this shade range, Beauty Bay has them. Like, there's shades that we don't have that the UK has, and I'm like, if you're gonna bring this foundation to the US, why don't we have the entire shade range? I was very confused by that. Like, there was a shade 356 that I wanted to try. We don't have it anywhere in the US, but you can get that shade on Beauty Bay as well as some other shades. I was like, that's a little weird. That's a little weird, Maybelline. I feel like we should get the entire shade range as well. If you found that you really couldn't find your perfect shade with these, there are more shades on Beauty Bay. Lots of new Maybelline releases. We have the lifter sticks. So they came out with these multi-use face sticks. We have more bronzer contour shades. There's like more highlight kind of shades as well. I have the shade 80. And I use this as like my bronzer slash contour. This blends like butter. Butter. You can see in the demo how easily this just melts into the skin. It glides on as well. This is a very good contour stick at the drugstore, and I do feel like that's where we're kind of lacking in the drugstore with contours and bronzers, and this product, beautiful. 10 out of 10. They killed it. Now, one product that I was so excited to try was this right here from e.l.f. This is the Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen, and I love me a good brow pen. There's nothing like my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. That's literally what I use every single time that I do my brows. So I was so excited about this because this is a lot cheaper than that one, and I was like, it's e.l.f. I think this is the shade Espresso. I do not see this in my brows. I'm pressing so hard, really, really hard, but then even when you press hard to get product, look at how thick the line is. That is not a hair-like stroke. That is not. I think this color is the darkest shade in the line, but you really cannot see this color in my brows. This is not coming anywhere close to my NYX brow pen. I was very disappointed in this, and I had a lot of high hopes for it, but it just didn't live up to what I was expecting with this product. Colourpop decided to hop onto the glossy lip balm trend, and they came out with their own, and I have the shade Vanilla Cake, which is clear. Very basic, I know, but there's nothing like testing out a clear lip balm to really get a feel for the formula. And as much as I love this formula, this leaves the white stuff in my mouth, and I'm so sad about it because I love this formula. I love it. It's so pretty on the lips. It smells good. It tastes good. But after a while, I'd say like maybe 30 minutes or so, I start to get the gathering of the white stuff around my mouth, and I hate it, but I still use this. I have to wipe off and reapply when I see that start to happen. Take that with what you will. I will say I have other lip balms in my collection that don't do this, but I love the look of these and the taste, but I don't know if I would recommend this a product because of that. But if that is not a deal breaker for you, it smells good, it tastes good, and it looks good on the lips, and it feels good on the lips. It's so hydrating. It's just that one little thing that it does that I don't love. Another Colourpop product that I tried is the Pretty Fresh Lock It In Setting Spray. This has peptides and niacinamide. Y'all, I don't know what it is, but it must be setting spray season because there have been so many good setting spray launches, and this one I love. This is a great setting spray to help melt all your powders together, use throughout your makeup routine. I love how this just makes my makeup not look like makeup because it does have a natural finish, but I feel like this does a great job at helping with the longevity of my makeup as well as hydrating as well. These two products in the Pretty Fresh line, Colourpop was in the lab cooking it up when they made those two products. All right, we have these from e.l.f. that everyone thought was an Urban Decay shadow dupe. These are the glitter eyeshadows. I'm actually wearing this one, Champagne Showers, all over the lid, and it is so pretty. So pretty. Would I call this an Urban Decay dupe? No. It's an alternative, not a dupe. It's very reflective and very pretty. I would say some shades are glitterier, a lot glitterier than others, but they are still pretty nonetheless. I love me some glitter. It almost kind of looks wet on the eyes, which I really, really like and really enjoy. I believe they're only $6, so if you're looking for a glitter reflective kind of shadow, these are great. But this is one of the shades right here that I feel like is not as like glittery and eye-catching as the others. This one is called It's Glitz. This I just feel like is almost kind of just like a regular shimmer shadow. We have shades like this one, Champagne Showers, and then this one, which is Pop of Pink, that actually kind of has like that glittery, sparkly kind of reflect to it. This one is really pretty too. This one is White Hot. Ooh, this one's so pretty. Now this one is super reflective. So I only have 4. I would skip out on the gold one, but the other ones I mentioned, very, very pretty. We have a cult favorite formula now with color correcting shades. I love this color corrector. This is definitely one of my favorites in my collection. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I have mine in the shade Orange. Great color corrector, blends really easily, melts into the skin. Love it. The last product I wanted to share in today's video is this product right here from e.l.f. This is the Halo Glow Powder Filter. This was another release from e.l.f. that I was really excited about that just did not do it for me. This is a glowy powder, but it emphasizes texture like crazy. This I would only use, honestly, as like a highlighter. That is how much it emphasizes texture. I wouldn't put it under the eyes to set anything or to highlight with this under the eyes. On the forehead and the chin, I would not use this powder for that because it has a lot of glow to it and a lot of shimmer to it as well. I was expecting something a little bit more usable all over the face, but just a little bit let down by this powder, honestly. That is it for what I think are some of the best and worst products at the drugstore right now. Like I said, the drugstore is absolutely killing it right now. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think about these products? Have you tried them? Are you skipping out on them? Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.